going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I want to give you guys a little bit of an update in regards to my comic cards, because today I'm going to be making a small tweak to one of my comic cards. It's nothing crazy and I probably didn't need to make this video. However, from time to time I still see people ask me what my comic cards are, so I always point them towards my comic card playlist that currently shows exactly what my comic cards are looking like and the comic cards that I think are great. However, if you don't want to go through that, you can always just look me up in game. My name is in the top left hand corner right there above my shield level. So you can do that if you're in game. If not, you can check out my playlist and see what my comic cards are looking like, because I often just leave them out of the video, and that's not on purpose. A lot of the time, well, 99% of the time is just because I forget as I'm rushing to try and get the video done as quickly as possible. So yeah, sorry about that. Now, as of today, I'm going to be making a change to one of my comic cards, because if you guys have been following me for the last month or so, you'll notice that a lot of my characters, even my metas, so my Jean Grey, my Dormammu, my Thanos, my Wolverine, my ABX character, my characters that I use for pretty much everything, are currently not at max ignore defense, and I've been leaving them just below the cap because I know that I've been working on a card in the background to make up that gap. For example, if you guys take a look at my Jean Grey right here, you'll see that for her details right here in ignore defense, she's sitting at 44%. And Jean Grey is a character that I use for literally everything. This team you're looking at right here, that's my mission team that I use for farming Urus, for special missions, for everything, okay? My Doctor Strange, another character that I use for pretty much everything, you will see that he has 44%. Same thing for my Wolverine, he's sitting at 45%. My Odin is the exact same way, and these are characters that I have Urus on, and I still have space on their Urus to go ahead and just cap off the ignore defense. But because comic cards are the foundation for your characters, and I can't stress that enough. If you guys are new, check out some of my comic card videos. I'm telling you, comic cards are the foundation for your characters. So whenever you're building your characters, you always have to be conscious of what you get from your comic cards and what you will eventually want your comic cards to look like, because you don't want to make your characters completely optimal until your comic card set is almost fully completed. Because if you do that, let's say I went ahead and I dropped the Uru on like my Magneto and I maxed out all of his freaking stats, like right here in his ignore defense page. If I had made this 50% and then I made the change that I made today, he would immediately have a wasted Uru on him, and that would have been the case for pretty much every single one of the characters that I had currently sitting at 50%. So whenever you're working on your comic cards, you need to have a plan. Like for me, I have stats written down. It's not here with me, but I have it written down somewhere that I know exactly what one day with the right rolls I want my card to look like. So with that in mind, I'm always conscious when I'm building characters, because if I don't, I will end up having a lot of freaking wasted stats, and I don't want that. Anyways, don't want to drag this one out too much, because it's not really a drastic change. It's only going to give me 5% more ignore defense and a little bit more all attack. I believe like 1%. Now, the card that I'm going to be changing today is actually not the Groot card. I talked to you guys about this in my last update, where I've been trying to roll for a Groot card, and although I have one, I still have the one that I showed you guys last time. I have it right here. As you guys can see, in most of you guys' eyes, this is perfection, and a lot of you guys told me that I should equip it. However, because of the kind of person I am, I cannot equip this because I want to make sure that I have max skill cooldown at all times. Okay, for me, having max skill cooldown at all times makes building my characters exceptionally easy, because right off the bat, as soon as I pick up a character and I get their gears to 20, I immediately know they have max skill cooldown and I never have to worry about it. For me, that is great. So that's why I can't put this card on. The card that I'm going to be changing today is actually, oops, I jumped out of here, is my Loki card. This is my oldest card. This is one of the best. No. This is the best free-to-play card in the game. Okay? Even if you have Korean cards, this card will still be in every single Marvel Future Fight card set. So if you're new to this game, and you don't have this card, get your ass working on it, because it's one of the best comic cards in the game. Can't stress that enough. Okay, it's been with me since day one of Future Fight, when I figured out that cards were a thing. So I don't know when I figured out that, but that's immediately after figuring out that, this card got slotted here, and it's never left me, and it will never leave my card set. Anyways, as you guys can see right here, it has critical damage, it has crowd control, and all defense and energy attack. The base stats that are orange, those always stay the same, and they increase as the card quality actually increases. So right here, you'll see the card quality is 3. The top values, so the all attack and the cooldown time, the cooldown duration, that will increase as your card value increases. The other stats that are random do not get increased. The values are always the same. Anyways, didn't really need to speak about that. I don't know why I spoke about it, but whatever. Hopefully that helps someone. Anyways, so critical damage, crowd control, all defense, and energy attack. In most cases, this would be great. However, what I wanted for me as my end goal for this card, because I have an end goal for every single card currently slotted in my freaking thing. The third slot needed to be ignore defense instead of critical damage, because I have this Groot card right here that once I get it to 6 stars, I'm going to be getting more critical damage to make up for that. I'm also going to get some more ignore defense as well, because like I said, when the quality of the card increases and when the base of the card, so when it goes from legendary to mythical, it goes up a little bit. So yeah, I wanted the third slot here to be ignore defense, and I wanted the fourth slot to be attack speed. Everything else, so the all defense and the energy attack, that could stay the same. Unfortunately, RNG just was not kind enough to give me both of the stats that I wanted. In fact, I only got kind of like 2.5 of the ones. Anyways, I'll show you guys what I got today, man. I don't want to keep you guys too freaking long for something as minuscule as this. Now, as you guys can see, it's a quality 5 card, right? So because it's quality 5, even though it's exactly the same as the card that I currently equipped right here, you will notice that I immediately have 1% more all attack and 1% more skill cooldown. So I have 8.5 right here, and the card that I rolled today right here has 9.5. So that's why I was speaking to you guys a little bit about quality. The quality goes up by 0.5% for every rank that it is. So if you get a quality 7, you could have 11%, I believe, because since the quality 7 is like an ultra mega rarity, it actually goes up by 1 As you guys can see, I have ignore defense here finally, so I can actually put this card on, and I did end up lucky enough to get energy attack. So 2 of the stats that I needed to be on this card are there. However, I did not get the attack speed, which is sad, because once I got attack speed here, I would immediately, on pretty much every single one of my characters, have maximum attack speed at all times. So, kind of sad about that, but the most important thing for me was getting that ignore defense, because that's going to cap off all of my metas. So even though this is not necessarily a huge change for me, I still wanted to slot this. And as you guys can see right here, I'm losing some energy defense because I'm only getting physical defense instead of the all defense that I had before. This is actually not good, because a lot of the heavy hitters, pretty much all of the heavy hitters, so the Sharon Rogers, the Dormammu's, Thanos has a lot of energy attack. Freaking Apocalypse just got added to the game, he has a ton of energy attack. Scarlet Witch, the majority of the meta, the majority of the PvP type characters, with the exception of God Silver, that's why I'm dubbing him now, his name is God Silver. Anyways, God Silver. Anyways, so yeah, with the exception of Quicksilver, all of the metas, for the most part, deal energy damage. So the fact that I'm losing some energy defense is not necessarily a good thing. So unfortunately, I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a hit there, but I'm going up by 1% in all attack, which is not that great, it's decent. And I'm going up 5% in ignore defense, which is going to cap off a lot of my characters and give me a little bit more damage. So yeah, don't want to keep you guys too long. Let's go ahead and slot this card, and then we can take a look at what my other yes, we're going to equip this, what my characters are going to look like after this. As you guys can see the comparison here for any of you guys who want to see that. Then now let's take a look at my card effects, you guys will see that I'm now up to having 31% ignore defense. That means that if I get a character that gets ignore defense natively and I roll them an offensive ISO set like Power Fang and Hulk or Overdrive, they're immediately at the cap for ignore defense. Keep that in mind. That is a good thing because as you guys can see, I also have skill cooldown at 31%. So if they get ignore defense natively in the top stat and I roll for skill cooldown in the 4th gear slot, they immediately have max on both once I put an offensive ISO set that is not Hawk's Eye on them. So that's my thought process. You guys are seeing it. I did lose a 5% crit damage, so I'm not going to have to double down on not only farming for a new Loki card because this still needs to be replaced, and I still need to work on this one because I want to eventually make it a mythical that has pretty much the exact same stats here would work. Ideally, I would like to swap out the crit rate for, I believe it's physical attack that I can get there. But yeah, I would like to swap this out eventually. Let's go ahead and take a look at what my character is, my metas, which is what I'm loving, like my Jean Grey now, baby. See, she's almost there, 49.1%. So what I'm gonna have to do for them now is I'm gonna have to touch one of these 5-star oohs that are currently sitting on them, which I will probably never upgrade that ooh with the 6 stars because of the fact that it is a painful process, and the failure rate I believe is about what, 90%? What, I think it's like 85%, but it's something crazy high like that. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these guys that we were looking at before. So 49 pretty much capped off just from equipping that. See, Wolverine is now capped off, and yeah, you guys can just cut it here, but I'm just gonna check this real quickly and I'll send you guys on your way, man. Yeah, so pretty much capped off just by putting on this Loki card. We did lose 5% crit damage. I can live with that. That just means I'm gonna have to double down on farming for some more good card, but I was gonna do that anyways. But yeah, guys, like always, thanks for watching. Hope this was somewhat helpful. This is just a quick update video letting you guys know that, hey, I changed my comic cards and I want to keep you guys in the loop because y'all my bros. But thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys, well, tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace.